In sports, two of Montana State's team leaders this season are much closer than most teammates. In fact, they were only born about a minute apart. Taco and Caden Dowler are not just Bobcat stars, but they're also lifelong friends. Our Tommy Rooney reports.
A pair of twins from Billings, Montana, Taco and Caden Dowler, have gone from the backyard to Bobcat Stadium. And for them, being able to represent their home state and do it together means everything.
The Dowler twins are in the midst of their junior season at Montana State, both carving out their own roles, with Taco being the team's leading receiver and Caden being a team captain and one of the leaders of the defense.
I think people don't realize how tight-knit twins are, and I think we're the tightest that they come. It was just always us binded at the hip. First day of school was always the first day of school with my twin brother. Always had a teammate on my side, so it's awesome.
It's the coolest thing I can really imagine.
Both brothers were named All-State players at Billings West High School, and Billings West head coach Rob Stanton knew they would be special from the start.
Just even as freshmen in high school, number one, they could talk football, meaning, you know, they could talk coverages and schemes, and they could use football verbiage rather than I got that guy over there. You know, they study football. You know, they're the kids in the back of the class that are on the phones, not on Instagram or Snapchat. They're on Huddle.
One thing that might immediately jump out to you about one of the twins is his name. It's not very often you hear the name Taco, and the story behind it makes it even better.
He just decided one day that he was named Taco, and I decided that I was named Burrito, and I was that for a little bit. I couldn't stand when people called me that, so I switched back, and, you know, he just kept it. I don't know, he's stubborn enough that he just kept it, and it ended up on yearbooks and articles and everything. So I think about it sometimes, like, what? I'm calling my brother like, that's so weird, and that's not even close to his real name, but yeah, I don't know. It's just normal.
I remember Taco when he was a sophomore. He thought about going by McLean instead of Taco. I said, bad idea. And they're like, well, who's gonna want a job interview with a guy named Taco? I said, everybody.
The twins play on opposite sides of the ball, but they share a competitive edge that pushes them to play their best, something that started long before they got to Montana State, playing each other in the driveway.
Time we were playing basketball, and he was bigger than I was, and he backed me down, and I started crying and throwing a fit, and yeah, he wins most of them.
I was always bigger than him when we were little, like elementary school age, so I probably would just back him down in basketball and shoot a layup, and he'd get really angry. So
now those backyard battles have turned into college football Saturdays in front of sellout crowds at Bobcat Stadium. Taco and Caden have some differences off the field, but share the most important quality you can ask for: the desire to win.
They didn't accept losing. You know, we got 2 seconds when they're here, and I still think they've picked up their medals for second place.
Taco and Caden know that this opportunity they have is truly a special one, and the only thing that could possibly make it better is to bring a championship back to Bozeman. In Bozeman, Tommy Rooney, NBC Montana Sports.